Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon, and welcome to PartnerTalks. This week, we're going to be talking to Kyle Gehrman from Bill. Kyle, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are and what do you do at Bill?
Hey, Rick. I'm Kyle Gehrman. Definitely happy to be here. I am a senior product manager at Bill.com, and I basically have been in the sort of industry of connecting ERPs to online business web apps for my entire career. So my background, I formerly was an engineer, kind of went back to school and got deeper into finance. And so then most of my career has sort of been just connecting customers' back offices like to web apps, like in the shopping cart space, like in the shopping cart inventory space, and then now with Bill, it's more in the payment space. But like, I love talking to customers. I love like trying to figure out what they're trying to do and like what their web presence is, and then facilitating like the connections to those web products that just sort of streamline their back-end business so that they can focus on the day-to-day interactions and growing their business.
So Kyle, this is a very exciting time for a company like Bill. So why don't we talk a little bit about the history of Bill for those who are not familiar with your organization?
Yeah, I'd love to. So Bill was originally founded as a company called CashView, and like with the primary goal of saving customers time, like on their back-end accounting processes. And so obviously we adopted the name Bill along the way, but like our primary focus is like accounts payable, accounts receivable, and spend solutions. So what we're trying to handle is the majority of the cash flow needs that our customers have, and then also like syncing them seamlessly to back-end processes or back-end systems. And so like an ideal customer for us is the customer that's stuck in like the manual processing world. They're sending checks, they're receiving paper invoices, they're sending paper invoices, they're calling customers to get their receivables. We try to add tools that add like time-saving automation and just ways to aggregate information so that customers have a full visibility into their cash flow so that they can just make confident business decisions.
And if we look at, the Microsoft space for you, I know that you integrate with Business Central, and Microsoft just announced in Orlando there's now 55,000 Business Central customers. And I've got to say there's probably another 55,000 just around the corner. So this is going to be a growth area. So let's talk a little bit about your work with Business Central and what types of customers are a good fit for you.
So Bill has been in the Microsoft space for probably about 5 years now. And so one of the things that we try to do is to connect to various ERPs that our customers use, and like we're seeing the growth too in the Business Central space. It's definitely a huge area that we're looking for even more ways that we can help our customers and save them time with their cash flow needs. We integrate with Business Central with our accounts payable, accounts receivable, and our spend solutions, and like, we're definitely really excited about the latest iterations that Microsoft is coming out, like some of the AI tooling that Microsoft is adding to Business Central. And we're very excited to see the growth and partner with them and grow in the Microsoft space as well.
Okay, so when we talk about the Microsoft space, and when I'm talking to Microsoft and their partners all the time, everybody's talking about AI. So let's talk a little bit about your product and how is AI embedding itself or vice versa in this world?
So we have a lot of really cool AI features, and like one of the core things that we're trying to do with Bill is as we plug AI into our product, we think like the core pillar, particularly in the accounting space, is trust. And like it's sort of like aligning on like what good is likely accurate financial analysis, or like AI sending a payment and to a customer that's not coded correctly, or it's not the right amount, or it's to the wrong vendor. So like trust, I think, is one of the huge pillars that we're trying to have in the AI space. So we not only have some like AI tools that help our customers troubleshoot issues. So like whenever you're connecting two very complex business systems together, which are Bill and Microsoft Business Central, sometimes there can be problems, and maybe the assistance you need is buried deep in a help article, or it's in our knowledge base. So like we have tools that that look at customers' issues and help aggregate information and solve them. And then we also have some really exciting agentic functionality that we're adding to our product. One of those is the W9 agent. And what that does is it's a very unique feature inside of our product that reaches out to customers that collects W9s. And they can then send them up to the IRS. And all that stuff is done in an automated fashion. And like we've seen incredible adoption of it. Like our customers are really loving the tool. And then also sort of right in timing with Microsoft, we launched our invoice and spend coding agent. So I know at the most recent conference, that was sort of one of the highly announced and demoed things from Microsoft to all of our partners or to all the Microsoft partners. So we have like similar functionality in our product where like a vendor emails you an invoice and that needs to be coded to all of the dimensions and various things that you need to set on that invoice so that there's not a lot of extra work once you try to close your books, and then you can have accurate financials or financial reporting down the road. So like we have those functionalities, and like Microsoft is building those functionalities, and we're definitely trying to figure out even more rich ways so that when these like paper documents come in, they're already sort of coded to all the dimensions that allow customers to have the accurate reporting that they need, and also genuinely save them time so they don't have to do that manually.
Okay, excellent. And we should talk a little bit about, since the show is Partner Talks, how does Bill work with partners?
So one of the things that everybody knows is accounting systems are complex, and like Business Central, there's so many unique things that you can do with it. There's so many cool extensions that are created by partners. And so with that complexity, it takes expertise. And so one of the things is we lean heavily on our partners just for businesses that have customizations inside of Business Central, and just how our tools work best with all of the other things that customers are trying to do in Business Central. So like, there's so many different pockets of like accounting expertise, technical expertise in Business Central. And so like as we run into issues, we lean heavily on our partners just to help us understand what's going on. Like how can we make this genuinely easier? Like how can we remove friction from our products? And then I think the other thing is we get a lot of just like general accounting information from our partners of just like, how can we add workflows to our product? Like how can we understand like what customers prefer to do in our product versus what they prefer to do in Business Central? And like, I think sometimes they have, our partners have more control over the things we're building than they realize. But like we lean heavily into the experts. And so we're always looking to expand that to new partners and learn even more and build even better products.
Okay, excellent. And, you know, I've noticed over the last couple of years, Bill has a significant growth in our space as well as visibility. You're at all our shows and community events and that sort of things. Where will we see the Bill team for the rest of 2026 when we're looking at Microsoft events?
So I think for the coming year, we'll probably be coming to not only DynamicsCon, like we're regular attendees at Summit, also attending at Directions. Like we love the conferences that have customers at them just because we love talking to customers. Like we love hearing about what problems they're having, like how can we streamline their processes even further. But even the most recent event where we got to have a deeper connection with other partners and learn what they're doing in the space. Even see what some like adjacent competitors are working on, and then also just learning more about what Microsoft plans to do with Business Central. Like that's a huge part of our product is like a lot of the interactions, like for example, like a purchase invoice, we have similar interactions in our product. And so just really being in tune with Microsoft so that it makes sense. Like do you need to do it in Microsoft? Do you need to do it in Bill? Maybe you do a certain interaction in both places. And so just having that like full roadmap clarity from Microsoft is also really important to us. And so like we have to have like the pillars of like the customer's perspective, the partner's perspective, and then where Microsoft is going, and like that full understanding helps us create workflows that are not only like really rich and value driving in our product, but also when all the data gets to Business Central, it also is all of the specific things that need to be done in Business Central are perfectly in tune when we sync all the various data points that we sync over.
Okay, Kyle, thank you for your time today on Partner Talks, and I'm sure we'll be back to you in the future to find out more about Bill and your journey into Microsoft business applications.
Thank you so much, Rick, for having me, and we're always looking for more partners in the Business Central space, and we're excited to meet everyone at the upcoming conferences.
Thanks, Kyle. Have a great day, and bye for now.
Thank you.